Many Eastern students are suffering from the flu. Find out how we're dealing with this issue here on News 22.
It's turkey time. Find out how Eastern students are celebrating.
Eastern's Day of Giving is right around the corner. Find out more later on News 22.
Why is Willimantic called Frog City? The story tonight on News 22.
Welcome to News 22. I'm Jenna Hagist.
And I'm Christina Genitatis.
President-elect Barack Obama has chosen former South Dakota Senator Tom Daschle to serve as Secretary of Health and Human Services. Daschle, who was Senate Majority Leader when Bill Clinton was president, has accepted the offer. Hillary Clinton has been nominated as U.S. Secretary of State. She hasn't officially accepted or declined the offer.
Pirates are no longer characters of fiction. In Somalia, pirates are very real and are transforming poor villages into boomtowns. The community sees them as heroes that are revitalizing public institutions in an economy that is crumbling. The latest and largest ship to be hijacked by pirates was off the coast of Somalia. The Cyrus Star, a Saudi Arabian supertanker carrying 2 million barrels of oil. The pirates have attacked 7 ships in the past 2 weeks.
Christina, do you know why there's so many frog statues in Willimantic?
Actually, Jenna, I just found out, and it's a pretty interesting story.
We're here in Willimantic to find out the question that crosses everybody's mind when they drive through downtown. What's really with all the frogs? One hot June night in 1754, around the time of the French-Indian War, the residents of Willimantic sprang from their beds at what sounded like an attack on the city. The noises seemed to surround the town, and residents thought the worst. Taking up arms, they marched towards the noise, only to discover not an Indian attack, but hundreds, maybe even thousands of bullfrogs. Colonel Dryer's pond had dried up, leaving the frogs exposed to the summer heat, fighting to stay alive in the last bit of water left in the pond. 250 years later, the Frog Bridge was erected to commemorate this event, and many more frogs followed. So, whether you call it the bullfrog fight, the Battle of the Frogs, or my personal favorite, the Big Batrachian Battle, it's a part of what makes Willimantic unique. In downtown, I'm Jennifer Shaler, News 22.
Willimantic is also known as Thread City. The American Thread Company had a mill in Willimantic and was one of the largest producers of the thread in the country.
A breakthrough in the medical world. European doctors have transplanted a woman's windpipe with tissue grown from her own stem cells. The transplant gave Claudia Castillo, a 30-year-old Colombian woman who suffered from tuberculosis for years, a new windpipe from her own stem cells. This technique eliminates the need for anti-rejection drugs. The operation used both donor and recipient tissues, and if successful, the procedure could become a new standard of treatment.
November is Lung Awareness Month. Are you giving your lungs what they need? Reporter Daphne Beckers has the story.
As most of you didn't know, November is National Lung Awareness Month. More people die from lung cancer than any other type of cancer. In 2004, lung cancer accounted for more deaths than prostate, breast, and colon cancer combined. The most important thing you can do to prevent lung cancer is to not start smoking. I spoke with student Natalie Toscano to ask why she smokes.
I was just hanging out with friends one time and one of them offered me a cigarette and I had it and I liked it, and I've tried to quit a couple times, but it's addictive, and so I've been smoking for about 2.5 years now.
Many students claim to have started smoking at an early age. Reasons include peer pressure, curiosity, parents who smoke at home, and to fit in socially. I sat down with Dorothy Phillips, Associate Director of Health Services at ECSU, to talk about the consequences of this disease.
But some of the things that most recognized for causing lung cancer are number one, smoking, of course. And another thing which we don't hear about as much anymore are diseases, dust diseases and occupational exposures to fumes and dusts and other substances that can damage the lung and cause lung cancer.
Smoking will turn your clear, healthy lung to a black, disgusting lung. After a few hundred cigarettes, you begin to see discoloration of your average lung. The blackened area is to see how much tar smokers paint into their lungs. I spoke with student Alex Cross to ask why he thinks smoking is bad for you.
I don't smoke because of the health effects there are. Your lungs can be damaged, mouth cancer, lung cancer, throat cancer. A lot of the health aspects are bad about it. Also, I don't like the smell or the taste. It's just gross.
Despite the negative effects of smoking, there are ways to quit and prevent the disease, such as counseling, medication, and your own willpower. Dorothy Phillips explained how it isn't too late to quit now.
In general, there's a right way to quit and a wrong way to quit, but in my mind there is no wrong way to quit. Lots of people take many, many different trials before they're finally able to quit smoking for good. Most people can't just quit suddenly and then never smoke again.
So while you are still young, put down that cigarette and think about the consequences. Inside Health Services, this is Daphne Beckers, News 22.
Thanks, Daphne. Make sure you take care of those lungs, Eastern.
Achoo! Excuse me. It seems more and more Eastern students are catching the flu and the common cold. Reporter Sierra Brown went to Health Services to investigate.
Yes, Eastern, it's true. Many students here on campus are suffering from either the flu, the common cold, and even mono. We interviewed Dorothy Phillips to get her educated opinion on this issue.
This has been an unusually busy semester. Fall is always our busiest time of year. In fact, October is always our busiest month. This year we set a new record for the month of October. We had over 1,100 visits for the month of October, which means a very busy day every day. And we're not sure why it's happening. We do know there's more students on campus and enrollment has increased, so that's probably a lot of it. But we're not sure what else might be factored into it. Maybe it's just a very stressful year for some people. And I think one thing is that sometimes when people aren't feeling well, but they aren't really that sick, they come in for guidance, and that's okay. We can help them and maybe help them make some decisions so that they don't stay sick for too long. We're happy to do that. The flu hasn't really hit us yet. Apparently there have been a few isolated cases of flu in the state of Connecticut, but we haven't really seen that here with students coming in with flu. We see a lot of people with colds. You mentioned mono. Mono, I would say, is just a reality of college life, and that there's always going to be mono with us. We always have several cases of students with mono every month. We've been offering flu shots here in the Health Service and at the Health Expo, and we've also had 2 off-site clinics this year to provide flu shots in the Hurley Annex and also in the Student Center. Those have been very popular and a lot of people have taken advantage of them. I believe at this point we have vaccinated close to 370 people, which is about as many as we ever vaccinate. Unfortunately, we are just nearly out of flu vaccine. We'll probably be out this week. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to carry more or not. If people haven't been vaccinated for flu and want to be vaccinated, they can still go to walk-in centers. There are flu clinics that are set up around the community and around the state.
So Eastern, if you're feeling sick, don't feel shy to get some help. Inside Health Services, Sierra Brown, News 22.
Thanks, Sierra. Remember, Eastern, take good care of yourselves and make sure to go to your local or assigned physician if you think something's up. News 22 will be right back with this week's editorial.
My first real bad experience with alcohol.
My first experience with drinking.
My first experience drinking.
I went shot for shot with a bunch of guys.
Gulped down the whole thing.
We finished a liter.
I drank a little bit too much.
There was a lot of vomiting. I ended up passed out in a closet.
I had to go to the hospital because I was sick. Found out that one of my real close friends was in the hospital.
I was 13, 14,
15,
13.
prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Here's James Wolfe with this week's editorials. James?
Thanks, Christina. So, the economy's in the crapper. People are losing their jobs, their 401ks, and their houses. Times haven't looked this bad since the Great Depression. Despite these facts, we all still have much to be thankful for this Thanksgiving season. That's right, folks. No jokes this week. I'd like to take the time to recognize the fact that although we're going through hard times now, it has been and could be a lot worse. You just heard me refer to the fact that we're in the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. While that may be true, it's important that we look at the facts. During the Depression, the official unemployment rate was around 25%, although scholars will contend that in reality it was about 30 to 35%. That means about 1 out of every 3 people in this country did not have a job. Not only that, but the unemployment wasn't temporary. Many couldn't find a job for years on end. The stock market crashed in 1929, and our economy didn't start getting back on its feet till our entry into World War II. Contrast that with today's unemployment figures, which stand at about 6.5%, which is only 1.5% above normal rates. So it takes about 1.5% more effort to get a job nowadays. I still like our chances. And gas prices are down as well, under $2 for the first time in almost 3 years, and they're expected to plummet even further. Economists predict that crude oil could drop to $40 a barrel before the price stabilizes, which will mean continued savings at the pump for consumers. So before you start to complain this Thanksgiving, remember, it's really not that bad yet. And, you know, if you need to take an extra piece of Mulderberry pie next Thursday to cheer you up, I'm not going to stop you. Thanks for tuning in each week, Eastern Connecticut, and to all my makeup people and writers who toil every week to make me look so good up here, a special thanks to you. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll be right back after this break.
Jess, I don't know what to do.
What's wrong? I thought today was the night. What happened?
I know it's supposed to be, but he doesn't have a condom. He said he doesn't have any money. He spent it all at the bar.
Well, don't go through with it if he doesn't have a condom.
I know, but he really wants it.
Oh, I know. I heard the other day that Health Services gives away free condoms.
Free condoms?
Free condoms!
Whoa! Did I just hear you guys say free condoms?
Free condoms! Health Services not only takes care of you when you're sick, but helps you stay healthy. They provide free information, services, and free condoms. They have male and female condoms and are there for any questions you have. Stop by Health Services for any questions or concerns. Remember, Eastern, stay safe.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Some healthy tips to avoid packing on those turkey pounds are: don't go to Thanksgiving hungry. Remember, it's not all you can eat buffet. Eat your turkey skinless. Watch your side dish portions. Make a conscious effort to limit high-fat items and drink plenty of water.
November 26th is the second annual Day of Giving. Reporter Elizabeth Hilton has more.
When I sit down at the Thanksgiving table this year, I'll have a lot of things to be thankful for. One of those things is Eastern's Day of Giving. I had the opportunity to speak with Amy Gorman to find out more about this magnificent Thanksgiving celebration.
The Day of Giving is a large-scale Thanksgiving event for members of the Willimantic and Windham community who don't have a place to go on Thanksgiving dinner if they didn't come to Hurley Hall on the day before Thanksgiving, when the Day of Giving is. Then they wouldn't have a place to go on Thanksgiving dinner. They wouldn't have a special Thanksgiving meal. Last year was the first Day of Giving, and we had over 400 people served, and we raised over 10,000 canned food items. So this year, our big goal was to just make it bigger and better, and I think we are definitely going to reach that goal. We have so many cans already. We had so much cans we couldn't store them all in Hurley. We've already just started distributing them to the agencies that need them. It's a lot of work, but it's something that I think a lot of people feel strongly about. It's going to make a difference for a lot of people, especially with the economy being so bad. So it's in the end, it's going to definitely be worth all the work that was put into it. And also, I know last year all the canned food items that were donated, we raised over 10,000 food items, and the food just ran out last month. So the food lasted for 11 months. So it's not just, people think of the Day of Giving as just the day of, but the canned food drive that goes along with it makes a huge impact and lasts for a long time. One of the other places that we volunteer at Lion Manor on Thursday nights, we found a way to get the residents from there to go. Dial-A-Ride has a grant that's going to bring them to Eastern Campus, and last week when we went there and told them that they were going to be coming here, their reaction was just amazing. Like, they were so excited. One guy told us that he hadn't been out of the facility in over 5 years, and this was going to be his first time getting out of there, and one of the guys came up to us and had the question, is it real turkey? And we were like, yeah, it's real turkey. And he was like, well, the Thanksgiving dinner they supply us with here is just like processed turkey. And so they had like so much questions. They were so excited. And it just like really, like when you get that kind of reaction from people, it just makes all like the work that you've put into it really worth it.
So when you sit down at the Thanksgiving table this year, think about all the things you have to be thankful for. Have a fabulous Thanksgiving, Eastern. Between Gelsey Young and Wood Support Services, I'm Elizabeth Hilton, News 22.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Last year, over 400 people were served a Thanksgiving meal in Hurley Hall. What a great thing to be thankful for.
According to Men's Health, there are ways to enjoy your Thanksgiving feast but still eat healthy. A healthy choice Thanksgiving plate would be a turkey breast dinner. The fixings would include small portions of mashed potatoes, gravy, 1 dinner roll, green bean casserole, and homemade cranberry sauce, to total 731 calories. The dark meat dinner with sweet potatoes, corn, and jellied cranberry sauce equals 1,279 calories. A healthy dessert choice would be 1 medium slice of pumpkin pie, 335 calories, versus 1 small slice of pecan pie, which is 450 calories.
Football games, turkey, homemade treats. With Thanksgiving next week, reporter Allison Grigley hit the streets to see how Eastern students are chowing down.
Thanksgiving break is coming up soon, so I went around Eastern's campus to find out how students are celebrating Thanksgiving.
I'll probably go back to my old high school and go to the football game, see some old friends and everything, and go to my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving dinner, so not going too far.
Well, I'm going to go home, have dinner with my family. We're going to get together, probably play football and eat. Lots of food, turkey, all the good stuff, the potatoes and all the fixings. Can't wait.
I plan on going home and roasting a turkey with my mom, maybe helping her cook, and our family is coming over, so it should be a lot of fun. It's good to see the family around the holidays.
My plans are to go home and spend it with my family and eat lots of food.
I'm going to go to my uncle's house in Guilford and have a turkey with my family.
Do you have any unique family traditions?
Every year we have a football game, actually, where we have all my uncles and aunts versus all the young cousins and stuff like that. So we do like a family football game, which is a lot of fun, but afterwards we're pretty tired, so we all have a traditional nap after. So
We just like all get together and cook on Wednesday night, and the day after Thanksgiving we go get our Christmas tree at the tree farm. So
Not really. We basically just get the family together. We bring our dogs, my whole family. There are a lot of dog lovers, so bring all the dogs together and let them play. That's really it.
My favorite part is getting together, seeing my whole family. It's also my birthday, so I get to eat cake and maybe go shopping.
My favorite part of the meal is probably the leftovers, actually. I love it all, so I just love having it at like 12 o'clock at night and just having a big plate of it. It's just all the stuff, everything.
Definitely the turkey. I love eating it, so it's good.
No matter how you celebrate Thanksgiving, remember to be thankful for what you have. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Inside the Student Center, I'm Allison Grigley, reporting for News 22.
From all of us at News 22, have a happy and safe holiday.
On November 23rd, the Windham Area Interfaith Ministry is hosting the 17th annual Walk for Warmth. Walk for Warmth raises funds for a fuel bank which provides monetary heating assistance during the winter for families and individuals in need. Eastern students will be volunteering, help run, and organize the event, as well as participating by raising funds and walking for the Walk for Warmth. Volunteers and participants are still needed, so stop by the Community Service Office located in Wood, room 244 to get involved.
November is National Career Development Month, and Career Services put on a Dress for Success fashion show to show students proper attire, what to wear and what not to wear on job interviews. Models included Vice President Dr. Pernell, Vice President Bendini, Intercultural Center Director Petrosky, and other Eastern students.
With the cold winter season approaching, it can be hard to find a place to go and warm up. Reporter Christina Genetatis found the perfect place for Eastern students to go.
The perfect place to warm up on those cold winter nights is the Student Center Coffee House Cafe. About twice a month, CAB hosts a coffee house in the Student Center Cafe. Students can come and warm up by the fire, do homework, work on their laptops while enjoying a cup of coffee and a cookie. They also provide live entertainment. Love is a chocolate you buy on a whim. We got to catch up with performer Barry Coral.
I started playing guitar, and then I hooked up with like the popular local band on Long Island, but they were really popular. They would play for like 600 people and stuff. And then I started opening for them, and then they became like my backing band, and we started writing songs together. And yeah, things just sort of took off from there. You know, like more gigs, like more press, and made your record, and a little bit radio, and just that kind of thing. Yeah.
So make sure you check out the next time the Student Center Cafe Coffee House is open. For News 22, I'm Christina Janitatis. CAB hosts the coffee house a couple times a month. Be sure to head down and check it out. News 22 will return with this week's sports update after this quick break.
Fire safety is an important part of our well-being on campus. By taking precautions and making smart decisions, fires can be avoided. Be aware of overloaded electrical outlets. Don't leave cooking unattended, and make sure paper and other flammable materials are not placed near the stove. Preventing a fire is important, but knowing what to do if one occurs is just as important. If the alarm sounds, don't panic and evacuate immediately. Refer to your residential hall office for the quickest and safest route, and remember, never take an elevator during a fire. For more information, visit us at www.easternct.edu/depts/police.
We are back, and we have Simone Oliva with sports.
Thanks, Jenna. This week in sports, the men's soccer team lose in the ECAC championship 1-0 at Coast Guard. Eastern was dominating the whole game, but just could not get the goal. Coast Guard got a lucky break in the middle fielder, Brandon McMillan, in the 88th minute. Even though Eastern lost, they still had a great season. Jenna Higgis has more with this week's Athlete of the Week.
The Eastern men's soccer team had a great season. I had the chance to speak to Athlete of the Week Mike Vikakis and Little East Conference Player of the Year Max Fantel. The Warriors finished to a 14-4-3 record for the season. This week's Athlete of the Week, Mike Vikakis, helped the team qualify for the ECAC championship game. He played 18 out of the 22 games, scored 3 goals, and had 6 assists during the season. I had the chance to speak to Mike Vikakis, and this is what he had to say.
Overall, the season was very good. We had one of the best seasons here at Eastern. We didn't accomplish a lot of goals that we wanted to, but overall, we did really good. We had a lot of wins this year, but we just didn't get to NCAAs, which we were a lot of us were disappointed in. I play midfield, and my role basically is to get the ball from the defense to the forward, try and control the game, and try and help Max score, basically.
Max had the most goals in Eastern men's soccer since Jason Brasher had 17 in 1991. Max was awarded the Little East Conference Offensive Player of the Year with 16 goals, 8 assists, and 40 points in one season. I got to speak with Max on how the season went.
I think this season went very well. We didn't accomplish all the goals that we wanted to, like winning the conference championship or making the NCAAs, but overall we really put our team on the map throughout the country, so I think we gained a lot of respect this year. I play forward, and I'm also a captain, so my job on the field is to make sure everyone's on the same page, make sure everyone's playing as hard as they can, and for the same goal, to win every game. Well, we definitely have some holes to fill because we're losing a lot of really talented players, but at the same time, I think we can just keep going with the rate we're going, get better every year, and bring in new players, possibly fill those holes. We had a lot of depth this year. There are a lot of players that will be looking for competition for spots on the field. So I think that moving on to next year, we'll be all right. It feels good. I mean, it's always nice to be rewarded with your work ethic and just everything you do throughout the season to be like handed the label of something. It's a good feeling, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Good luck next season, Warriors. Well, that's it for this week's Athlete of the Week. I'm Jenna Hagus, News 22.
Thanks, Jenna, and congratulations, guys. In men's cross-country news, Eastern placed 29th in a field of 49 in the NCAA Division III Championships this past Saturday. Freshmen Stephen Clayton and Andrew Oram had led the way for the Warriors. Williams College, who had hosted this event, took home the overall win. This meet marked the last for the team, but we're looking forward to seeing them next year. And next, the women's cross-country team did well in the Division III meet as well. Sophomore Karina Johnson finished 130th in the field of 330 in the championship meet. Her time was 26 minutes and 6 seconds in the 6,000 meters. Following her was first-year junior Alexis Kavanaugh with a time of 27 minutes and 46 seconds. Melissa Healy, who finished in 28 minutes and 36 seconds. This, too, marked the end of their season. And the ECSU men's basketball team played against Ramapo College this past Sunday in the Ramapo's tip-off tournament. Although they lost 70-63, they sure had put up a strong effort throughout the game. Freshman Jeremy Thompson scored 22 points along with 12 rebounds in the day. Eastern hosts New England College tomorrow at 5:30 in their own tip-off tournament. There's big news for the Lady Warriors this season. Their first time the ECSU's women's basketball team has been selected as the favorite to win this season's Little East Conference Championship. The Lady Warriors seem to have a very promising season after having a record of 24-5. You may remember Ashley McFetridge as being last season's Little East Conference Player of the Year. She led the team with 15 points and 8 rebounds. The Lady Warriors host their own tip-off tournament this Saturday against Castleton College. And that's it for sports. I'm Simone Oliva, and have a great Thanksgiving and be safe.
Well, that's it for this week's show. Due to the holiday, News 22 will be on hiatus till after Thanksgiving. I'm Christina Janatatis.
And I'm Jenna Hagus. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.